Hello all you beautiful people out there, what is going on? This is your friend Birdie coming at you fast with another in-depth heroes guide for Epic's new MOBA, Paragon. Today we're going to be talking about Grux, the ganking god. There's quite a couple of ganking gods in this game, but I love Grux. He is amazing. He's an amazing jungler, and today we're going to go in depth on how to slot him, how to play him, tips and tricks to use him effectively, and so on and so forth. Now in this game, our team loses tremendously, but I end up going 16-2. This is about halfway through the game, so I can show you guys what it means to gank with Grux. Here you see me approaching a guy with an easy gank, easy ultimate. He's not going to go anywhere. He kind of tries and dance around with me, but I'm able to chase him down and actually hit him from down here with one of my abilities and get that early kill. Without further ado, let us actually begin talking about this build and how to play and slot Grux. Now, he is a jungler, so in the beginning you do want to spend most of your time in the jungle. I will be making a video separately on the jungler and how to play as a jungler in depth as well. For example, what to do in the first 5 minutes and stuff like that. So it's going to be a really good guide when we get to that. But today we're just talking about Grux specifically. So Grux is a melee damage character, as you can see right here. His attack is an AoE cone style attack, so whatever he swings at, it'll hit multiple opponents that are in front of him. It won't just target one. But you want to stack him for his basic attack, for his melee attack. So you want to build him with attack damage, crit chance, not bleed, what am I freaking saying, guys? Lifesteal is what I meant to say. Lifesteal, and that's about it. Attack speed, attack damage, lifesteal, and crit chance. Those are the 4 things you want to focus on. The very first thing I like to focus on is actually attack damage and crit chance, just to get a little bit of that crit chance boost in the beginning. So I like to start off with the Executioner's Key and a mana pot right in the beginning. The Executioner's Key is a jungler preferred item. It costs 2 points to put in. It gives you our Harvester Key, plus 4% chance crit bonus, and some damage. It's the one all the way to the left down there. That's what it looks like. Now, as you see, I already have my attack damage and crit slotted, so now I went on to attack speed instead. That is usually the order I like to go in. Attack damage and crit chance, then attack speed and attack damage, then lifesteal and crit chance. And usually that's good. After that, it's just overkill, just add on more to the damage. Now, how should we slot his abilities? Well, I like to start off with his square, or his Q, which is that attack that, I think it's called Smash and Grab, actually, where it pulls them in, and pretty much a really good chaser attack, prevents them from running away too far. If they start to run away, you can take it, pull them in, and just start hitting them with your basic attack. It's pretty freaking gnarly. Right there, you saw me about 2-shot that guy because of my crits landing and my attack speed being fast, and now I'm going to chase down this guy who stupidly stops to kill some jungle minions, not aware of his surroundings, not understanding that I'm going to come in with the gank and absolutely destroy his life. Every time you guys see large numbers pop up, that's a crit hit. So you're going to see how often I actually get those hits, and look at that. I just used my basic attacks the entire time and killed him while he was at full health, and he couldn't get single damage on me. So Grux is amazing. So going back, Smash and Grab, slot that first. Then I like to slot in Dash, or I think it's called Charge. My bad if I get the names mixed up, but you guys know what I mean. The Charge, because 1, it helps you chase down, also, and 2, it helps you run away if you are getting ganked or getting hit or anything along those kinds of lines. So the third thing that I like to do is my R1, or if you're playing on mouse, it's right click. I think it's called double chop or double swipe, double strike, something like that. And that's just good for damage again. And obviously you want to slot your ult when you get there, and you want to just keep on going with the Smash and Grab ability, which is the square or the Q, and the double chop ability. Those are the 2 you want to focus on. You can interchangeably use them. You only need 1 point in the charge ability because you're just going to use that to close out. And whenever you get the chance to upgrade your basic attack damage, always do it as fast as possible, as soon as possible, because that's how you're going to be focusing with this guy. So we went over slotting, we went over building. Now let's go over step by step how I actually play with him, how I gank with him. He's actually very, very easy to play with if you guys can't tell from this gameplay already. Very straightforward, has very easy attacks to use, very straightforward. There goes his ult again, stunning that person, and he's actually going to come behind their tank, who has a lot of damage, and going to win this fight. And Grux is just amazing, dude. He deals so much damage in such a short amount of time. His mobility isn't as good as other junglers, but that's okay because right there, as you saw, I used my smash and grab to pull him in when he tried to run away. He tried to run away again. I used my other dash, and he actually ends up running away from me right now, but I go on to hit his friend, and notice how I'm staying in the black hole. I'm actually going to tank this because I'm confident that my damage is going to do more. He thinks I'm going to die or that I'm going to go to low health, and I'm going to get that double kill because Grux is a tank. So when you play with Grux, you can also slot him for health, but I find it unnecessary. You don't really need to do that. You don't really need to slot him for health once you start slotting him with lifesteal. And we're actually going to go back right now to base and put the lifesteal in there. Or I take a look at the scoreboard and our entire team is down, and I am max level and 12-2. Just getting in this lifesteal in here and the crit chance. So Grux is great. Grux is great. So when you are running around in the jungle, that's usually where you want to stay with him. You want to make sure that you're picking up red buff and blue buff as much as possible, which are those little mini bosses that you've probably seen a little bit running around in the jungles. Red buff gives you a melee damage bonus, which of course, more damage with Grux is always good. And then blue buff, which you usually don't pick up as often as red buff, is still nice because it gives you massive mana regen. Now check this out, guys. Here's a triple kill, man. Look at the ult, look at the grab, pulling him in one shot, dealing a third of his health. That's a basic attack. Just absolutely demolishing people, and it's just stupid, tanking everything. That's the power of lifesteal, that's the power of crit. And like I said, it's pretty straightforward. Look at these kills, look how I use Grux. Just whenever you can, whenever you're up close to them, use your melee, use your basic attack. When they're starting to run away, use your smash and grab to pull them in. If they're starting to run, that's when you charge behind them and try to hit them. And oh man, dude, I love Grux. He's just, you don't even need to try, really. You just play him. That's what I love about him. You don't need to worry about too much. He's just such an easy character to play. Now in late game, I'm the only one who decided to not surrender because he can also clear waves like that. So when he's running in the jungle and he's ganking people in left lane and right lane and coming up behind them, after you get those kills, if you're the only one left in that lane, meaning there are no enemies that are opposing you, you can actually push up that lane very, very effectively on your own using that combo that you saw me use against the super minions. Smash and grab to pull them in one cone, then use your double chop to get that easy two-hit kills on the entire group of minions. He's very, very good at clearing entire waves of minions and pushing up lanes as well. So when you do have the chance and you feel like you have the advantage, push up on left or right lane with him and take out towers. While the minions are jumping under the tower, just go in there and hit that tower with your melee attacks, with your boosted attack speed, and you'll just absolutely wreck everything in your face. Man, I just cannot... I love Grux. I love Grux so much. If I loved Gideon, I love Grux even more, man. He's just so flippin' absolutely monsterific. I just made that word up. But he's a monster, and it's horrific when he goes into battle. So here is actually going to be my last team fight. I don't think I get the kill on that guy. He actually runs away from me. And I actually end up running away because, you know what, I'm tired. I'm just going to let them take over our core. I don't even care anymore. I'm happy with my score line right now, 16-2-1, and I'm just going to run away. So there you guys have it. That's pretty much how you play with Grux. Stay in the jungle. Gank when you are ready. You know, pay attention to the minimap a lot. Gank when you are ready. Constantly try and get red buff and blue buff as often as possible. Slot attack damage and crit chance, then attack speed and attack damage, and then lifesteal and crit chance some more. And if you're still not one after that point, then you can go ahead and slot more attack damage to be absolutely overpowering. That is my attack damage crit build with him that I went over in my beast builds guide. If you guys haven't checked that out, go ahead and check that out to see the cards that I actually use in full detail. And there you guys have it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I did try to make it quicker than the other one. Hopefully it was still as in depth. If you did, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, make sure you all have a wonderful day.